Welcome to Guernsey, a tiny gem in the Channel Islands where golden sands meet centuries of history. Here, the beaches aren't just a place to soak up the sun, they're a canvas of stories. From the sweeping curves of Vazon Bay, perfect for surfers and sunset watchers alike, to the hidden coves and turquoise waters. But Guernsey isn't just about its beaches. It's an island with a long and fascinating past, shaped by castles, wartime defences, and stories of sailors and writers. Wander through the cobbled streets of St. Peter Port, and you'll trace steps taken for hundreds of years, past bustling markets, maritime harbours, and echoes of a proud, independent spirit. With a flight time of 1 hour and 10 minutes from the UK, you board a rather small plane. Yes, we were sat next to the propellers. And you have just about enough time for a pint of lager and a packet of crisps before being welcomed by this gorgeous Guernsey coastline. Just look at that view. And just a 20-minute taxi ride later, we arrived to our friend's house at Cobo Bay. In this video, you'll see some familiar faces and some new ones. So, whilst we have a glass of champagne, let me introduce you. We've got Andrew, John, Stu, me, Ian and Jan. So join us as we explore some of the history, the beaches, the restaurants and experience some of Guernsey's oldest traditions. So we are here in Guernsey and this is the gorgeous Cobo Bay, and we're about to take the bus which goes all around the island to go and discover a bit more of what gorgeous Guernsey has to offer. So come with us.
Fort Grey, Plymouth, which is where there's some guns from World War II, then through Torterville, up to the airport and down the Val de Terres into town.
It took around 40 minutes to go all the way from the west side of the island to the east to St. Peter Port and cost just £1.15 each. There is also a quicker bus that takes you into the main town. However, I really recommend this as a cheap and effective way to see a lot of the island. And take a look at the stops along the way, like this maritime museum you can see here in the distance. When visiting Guernsey, you may choose to stay in the main town, which is called St. Peter Port. From here, you can get many boat trips to surrounding islands. There's also lots of shops, bars and restaurants, and we're about to take you to the hottest, newest restaurant in town. This is Alba. Situated in the heart of Guernsey's historic market square, Alba's small plate menu is centred around classic French, Spanish and Italian flavours. And everything we had was delicious. I just love eating in tapas style because you get to choose everything. And the surroundings weren't too bad either. So let's tuck in. After our traditional crack baby shot, we had this delicious rosemary focaccia with an anchovy dip and Provence olive oil. Next up was a spicy Cuban toasty and chorizo croquettes. And if you take any advice from me, you have to have the tomato consomme. At just £6, this was Michelin standard and everyone should start their meal like this. It might not look like much, but the flavour was intense. Next up was the most tender char-grilled Irish lamb rump, which came with a delicious jus and a mint sauce that really packed a punch. Delicious. The flame-grilled 100% Iberico pork chop with chimichurri, locally grown runner beans with goat's cheese whip, duck pappardelle with tomato sauce, harissa grilled monkfish, and in case we hadn't had enough food, for dessert we enjoyed the lemon meringue show bun, absolutely amazing, the meringue with fresh berries, and the millionaire's chocolate with orange and miso ice cream. And if you're looking for a group setting, there's a private dining room upstairs. St. Peter Port is full of bars and restaurants, but we didn't have that long, so we went to the Slaughterhouse and then to Balthazar, both amazing, and I actually found the best toilets I've ever been to. Take a look at this. So here's a Guernsey tradition for you. Have you ever heard of a meat drawer? To be honest, I had to Google it, but essentially it's a raffle for meat. There's plenty of camaraderie, atmosphere and competition. So we bought our tickets and picked out our favourite cup.
81, 481. 532.
She's done it again!
So how about some of its history? During World War II, Guernsey's story took an unexpected turn. In 1940, the island was occupied by German forces, a chapter that lasted nearly 5 years. Today, remnants of that time remain, weathered bunkers on the cliffs, winding tunnels hidden underground, and quiet memorials tucked into the landscape. They stand alongside sandy beaches and fishing harbours, reminders that Guernsey's beauty has endured through every chapter of its past. And after blowing away the cobwebs on this coastal walk, it was time for another Guernsey tradition. So today we are heading up the road to Cobo Bay Hotel for one of their famous balcony gigs. So 6 times a year, twice in June, twice in July, and twice in August, they have tribute bands. And today it is
AC/DC.
Dun, dun,
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
dun,
Dun-dun-dun-dun. And AC/DC at 5.
Yes.
And then we've got a support act at 3, aren't we? So we're going to set up on the beach.
Yeah, we're going to get the trolley out and the eskies.
Yep.
Fill up with all our goods. We're gonna have a party. The best thing is, the gig is completely free, unless you want to have the brunch, which is £55 a head, starting at 12 o'clock.
Please.
Anyone for a wine? Just a small bottle to get us through the gig.
On our final day, we went to the north of the island and were blown away by the beauty of Pembroke Beach. We enjoyed lunch at the beach house, where we had some fabulous seafood and took a little walk on the golf course. Not a bad view for a golf course. So we've only just scratched the surface with Guernsey and I cannot wait to come back. But if you're looking for some activities and adventure, check out Outdoor Guernsey. The link will be in the comments below. They'll take you kayaking, paddle boarding, cliff jumping, clay pigeon shooting, take you to the islands like Sark and Alderney, just to name a few. So check out the comments, check out the link, and we'll see you next time.